Hello everybody, welcome back to Misguided Penmanship. My name is Spider-Man.
I'm Spider-Man.
I'm Spider-Man.
I thought you were Elsa.
We're not doing this again.
I don't know what episode number this is, but welcome back. This is
It's
going to be a .5 episode nonetheless.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Testing new equipment, messing with stuff, so back with Spider-Man 2.
It's been a while since we last recorded.
A couple days.
Only a couple days. And it's been a month.
Yeah, I think it's been almost a solid month.
Almost. In 2 more days it would have been a solid month.
Just gotta get these people off my back real quick.
But,
Alright, people are safe. I hit the guy in the back.
oh, I thought you said
I
just
know. Then you just try to explode the
oil tanker.
oil tanker there, yeah.
Don't worry about it. We got him.
So, it's been, like we said, about a month since we last met up to record this. Anything exciting going on? Anyone's like playing any fun games?
I have been playing Yakuza 7 again.
Okay.
Because Gaiden came out, and which takes place at the same time as 7, and then I was like, oh man, I want to see where I was in my save data, to see if I did all the endgame stuff. So I downloaded the PS5 version. PS4 data does not go over the PS5, so I've been playing the PS5 version from start to finish. Yay.
That is... I get
Yeah,
that feeling.
without PS Plus and without certain games having the option, you can't transfer your PS4 data, which sucks ass.
You can do it. You've just got to use an Ethernet cable between the two, and you can transfer your PS4 save data.
Who has an Ethernet
right.
cable?
I do.
I don't.
I have like 20 Ethernet cables.
I might have one. I don't know what
You do have one because it comes with the router.
Yeah.
we...
I love how you're not looking at where you're going.
I knew where I was going. Probably. I knew I was going across the city.
You're going to the Mysterium that we ended whatever last episode on.
Yeah. That's where I'm going.
That looks like one of Beck's
So,
Mysteriums.
Chris, have you been playing games, my guy?
They're gonna shut
Yeah,
this
I
down.
have. I've been playing a couple.
Yeah, we haven't unlocked him yet. We haven't gotten to that scene.
Yeah, you gotta talk to him now.
Oh, can you talk to him?
Need
Yeah.
some help?
Shit. Yeah, that's the first one.
Yeah, see? Told you.
It's just, it's been so long.
Yeah, there's a specific one you have to go to.
This is the specific one.
Try not to get hurt.
I've been playing a lot of Alan Wake 2, Lethal Company,
How
Call of
is
Duty.
Alan? Oh, Lethal Company?
Yeah.
I would love to play that, except,
You're missing a very important feature.
yeah, very important.
What?
Internet.
Do you not have the interwebs?
I do not have the interwebs right now.
You don't have the interwebs? I didn't know you didn't have the interwebs.
I haven't
Yeah,
had the
when his
interwebs
roommate
for
moved out, his roommate took the internet.
Oh, damn.
I've been almost a month now with no internet, so that's why I've been playing the same games.
Okay, use finishers on enemies. Oh, okay. I mean, Lethal Company is definitely a great time. I've been enjoying it. Been playing it with friends.
It
Played
looks
with-
like a Phasmophobia-esque thing.
Like, mixed with SCP from what I've looked.
Yeah, from what I've seen.
Because I own the game, so I've looked into the game quite a bit. So if I ever go to play it, I know kind of what I'm expecting before I play it.
I
I've
watched.
seen Sparkly Boys play.
I haven't watched anyone play it. I've just seen like information.
I've watched a lot of people play. I've been playing it. It's been definitely worth the time. And it was made by like one developer, so gotta support those one developers, you know?
I get you.
Yeah.
I know. I really would love to get back into the other game we were playing last when we played games together. Outside of this, obviously.
Oh. I forget that game exists.
Yeah, I forget about it. And
Which
then,
game?
The boat one.
The boat?
Yeah, the boat.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
know
want to say
why-
its name because then if somebody does hear that on some video, I don't want that to be the thing.
You don't want it to be a thing.
You know how like much of a pain it would be to record that for like a series?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, it's not gonna be a thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm not even gonna like bring it up enough for it to be a thing.
You know what? I want to be a thing, and I'm gonna bring it up, and it's gonna suck because
It's
we're gonna
okay,
have
I
to figure
can't
it out.
play right now, so we can't even continue the story.
We should do Phasmophobia.
Oh yeah, no, I would absolutely love
Oh, I
to do
would
that
love to do
with VR specifically.
I have VR.
I do.
Like, I would like to do at least one VR, and I like we could do like a full series on just like the other missions. and stuff
If we
like that.
wanted to do it right now, two of us technically have a VR.
And one of us does not.
I'll do this.
You
Oh, I
missed the
didn't
Black Friday sales, bro. They're like $250.
It's okay. I got a soundbar instead. Much more important.
A sound bar.
Well, I got a sound system.
Hey, we got green. Oh, sorry. Why did I say green? I meant with gold. I got them all.
I have a soundbar. I have a sound system for the one in the living room that I never use. I unplugged it because I was tired of using it.
Oh, mine syncs up with. Right now, I'm using it on my Roku, and it syncs up with the Roku, so I don't have to do anything.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that. Mine is Bluetooth. I just always
Oh
opt
no,
to
I
turn
just
off the
plugged
Bluetooth
it
feature.
into the ARC plug, and it just works.
Yeah, and that's how this one works too. But I opted to just unplug it because I hated the fact that it was Bluetooth, because there was a time when somebody else lived here and they would just connect to it randomly.
Oh.
Because it's most sound bars and sound systems like that are not password protected, and if anyone just tries to connect to it, disconnect was already connected and automatically connect to the person who's connected to it, which is very annoying.
At one of our local like thrift. Is this thrift shop? I don't know. But
I mean, you could
and try to figure out what's really going on.
like the ones down there by the city hall.
yeah,
Yes, those are.
Yeah,
different.
those are
Showing a
thrifts.
stash near the top of the bracket
that
building.
one over there somewhere has plenty of like speakers and stuff that I've been thinking about just biting the bullet and getting, so that way I can get proper sound stuff. I think that'd be fun.
How does he come up with this stuff?
I think it'd be better in a different space.
Oh yep, adaptive triggers. Yep.
Haptic triggers.
But there we go. We got this one going.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't also like using it because then it's just super loud. And,
Send me after your crap.
I mean, the few times I've been over at your place, Daniel, I know like the other people in your apartment building don't give a shit how loud they are, but
Oh yeah, they don't care how loud anybody is. They don't
I
give
definitely I feel
fucks.
bad if like my TV's like loud.
Miles, you didn't need that toe. You didn't need the lower half of your body.
Here we are.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not even. I have it down real low, right now, so it's not. The loudest part is when it turns on. It's like, and then it's like, oh, I'm normal.
I hate when things do that. Where
Every
it's-
Bluetooth speaker I currently own does that whenever it turns on. It's like at the max volume it can. And I'm like, why are you so loud?
Yeah,
a
so
kid.
I always try to turn it on, be like at a decent time in the day, so that way when I do go and do something, it's not so freaking loud.
What if you just constantly have it on?
It turns off with my TV.
Yeah.
Why'd you stash tech in this
Oh.
skyscraper?
It
And
also
like you know where like my TV's placement is, so like
Yeah.
having the speakers right there, always next to the wall, that's like into the open part of the apartment. I always feel bad because then I know that sound is gonna definitely go straight through that wall.
Yeah, so in the place we're looking at, if we put it on the inside wall, it only affect the person whose bedroom's there.
Yep.
Which will be yours.
No, I want the one by the shower.
There's two.
No, the one that's like right up against the shower. Because that's the way my room is now, and I know
Wonder
it
who got
doesn't
the
affect
best of Uncle Aaron. Not many people can do that.
I know because my roommate. Oh, so nice of him to take a shower and blast his music all the damn time.
Need to get that crystal.
I don't know who does that.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yo. I love how his moves got more smooth, but also they're just the same as before.
Yeah, I mean, I will agree with that. I like how almost everything from the first game came over with minor tweaks that did make it feel better and different enough that it was still enjoyable.
Yeah. I do like the change for the gadgets. Like,
They're-
in the end, I do like them.
Okay.
I like the variety that this game brings.
And I will agree with the gadgets part, is that I like how it's a little more streamlined this time.
Instead of
Instead of that giant wheel with tons of options.
and then oh wait, I'm using a something, so now I can't use my webs.
I will say I like that feature in this. It just feels a little more streamlined and focused.
Focal point.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, but I was like, no, that doesn't make any sense. I have to focus.
I do like the change to the fast travel.
The fast travel is very seamless, very fast. Not necessary by any means.
I mean, unless you're going to the other side of New York, like from cross corners.
He's steadily improving.
I did use the fast travel in this one.
He's even eating it again. Doctors are hopeful.
I did not in the first game because everything was so close to each other. You start moving and you're on the other side of New York.
I think I used the fast travel towards the beginning of the game before a lot of like the traverse upgrades I'd gotten. But once I had them, I rarely used fast travel.
I only used the fast travel because I'm a lazy guy and I didn't want to sit there and try to find the slipstream.
No, that never bothered me. I would love to. When I would play by myself, I would just turn on some music and just vibe while I was swinging. So I had a good time with that.
I mean, I also had other games I wanted to get to play. So I 100%ed the save.
And I mean, I understand that. I mean, like, if you were in a rush to get to something else, that makes sense. But, like, at least when I
mean,
got around to this game, this was my only focus.
Yeah. I had, like, 3 other games when this one was out. This came out, so I was like, oh, well, shoot, oh, man. Oh, jeez.
Like, one thing I will say, like, in terms of, like, my overall opinion about this game, I was a little disappointed with the suit selection overall. And I know that's kind of a hot take. I feel like my biggest gripe with it is that it felt like so many suits were just brought back from the first ones.
Yeah, I did.
And I get it. And I'm glad that a lot of them had the variation. So at least it felt new to an extent.
Yeah, that was... I mean, and some of them are just... They're, like, staples of Spider-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I understand why they were brought back, but some of them I was just like, really?
Now, I will say this. There's one suit in particular that I'm really sad to not make a comeback.
Which one was that?
Undies.
Yeah, it didn't!
That's the one you're sad about? Dude, I was so excited for Last Stand again. I want to see variations of that one.
Well, there's still opportunities.
Yeah, no, there's gonna be more suits. Like, they've already announced that they have, like, collaborations with other artists on new suits, stuff like that. So, like, I expect probably for until the DLC's done and over with that we'll probably be getting.
We'll probably be getting them, like, they'll start trickling in.
Obviously, DLC is not confirmed, so don't trust what I just said. But I know the likelihood of a DLC is very high.
We're most likely going to get a DLC. Unless the company goes down under. Which isn't likely based on how well this did.
And they have another game in the pipeline already, Wolverine.
Yeah.
And then, like they've said before, like, they are down to do DLC. They're down to do another spin-off game for a different character, as long as it's what the audience wants. That's something they very much talked about, is they want to make sure that the audience is happy.
Well, they want the audience happy because, you know, the audience is the one that keeps them in business.
I know, like, I've heard around the rumor mill that, like, they were contemplating doing a Venom standalone game, which I'm kind of indifferent to.
Yeah, I don't really care. Venom was annoying for traversal purposes.
I mean, obviously I don't want to get into spoilery territory. I don't want to spoil that in the X. We obviously haven't played that. But, like, personally, I didn't have any problem with that. I think if anything, they could make it work and it'd be a fun game. But I am not, like, a huge fan of Venom as a character. Like, I think he's fine. He's probably one of my favorite Spider-Man villains just because of that connection with him. But it's not like I'm like, ooh, I really want to go read Venom standalone.
Well, I do know like some stuff about Venom in the comics, and it's kind of like, what? Really? That's kind of funny.
Hey, Yuri.
I checked out the old hospital that the
Oh,
flames.
we got more side quests.
It's guarded, but
Yeah,
nothing
we've
we
got
can't
the
handle.
boop,
You ready?
which
I
is
still
the
think it's a trap. We need a plan
the
before we go in.
museum one, and then we've got the
Sure. There's a rooftop
Like,
near
I
the
mean, like I said,
hospital.
in terms of DLC, I'd love to see some of the storylines that were started in this game be wrapped up completely. Because
Like
some of
the
them I
yearly
don't
one?
feel well, I don't want to go into too many details, but yes.
yeah.
I feel like some of them are small enough of a story that don't need a complete focal point in the next game.
Okay, can you please turn that off?
I didn't mean to. I was trying to go back here so I could do this.
Okay. No, the comic animations for Noir Spider-Man they literally make my head hurt.
I see.
I'd like to say I'm exaggerating, but I'm not.
So, I mean, I really haven't been playing a lot of games lately. I've been kind of dying. So, when I've felt good enough to play games, it's been more Injustice 2.
Oh wow.
Which I play a lot
I
of.
feel like you've played that before.
Oh yeah, no, I've
Sorry to break it to
been in
you,
that game
but the
probably
beach
several
is
times.
wet.
And I've thought about playing it before, but like I just sit there and I play it for hours on end a lot of the time.
Despite all
Wait, what?
appearances, this is no day at the
You can have
beach.
symbiote abilities while you're not in symbiote suit?
Yes.
Always.
Always.
Oh. Damn. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You seriously were in
So-
symbiote suit just to use the symbiote power?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Okay.
I didn't know you could change those people.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoilerize, but I will say it off camera. Yeah, no, Injustice 2 I play all the time. Just because, like, the online community on that is still, like, actually very thriving, still going very hard.
Really?
Yeah, really surprising in my opinion. Sadly, my guild can't get higher than rank 3 in the world. Sucks, but...
Why?
Because the other two guilds are just going ham.
Oh, they're still going.
Yeah, like you said, the guilds are still, like, actively, like, going ham all the time. But, like, even, like, my guild, like, we're going ham all the time. I'm constantly playing, doing my part, and yet we're always third.
That sucks.
It does suck. It's like, you know, like, you imagine, like, oh yeah, I'm like one of the best in the series. Oh, you number what? No, I'm only number 3.
One of the mobile games
Craven's real
What,
twisted for putting Marco's
I've been
kid in the middle
playing,
of all this.
or I used to play
Gotta
a
look
lot
for
more.
more crystals to find out what happened.
I got to
Marco's memory's
top in
returning
the
and he's
server,
agitated.
and then
Doctors are piecing together what happened. It
the
sounds like
server,
it's not
there's
all
a
his
thing
fault.
where you cross
Let me know
between
if I
like
hear more.
20 servers, and then I got to top 5 in that, and then I was like, yeah, it's time to stop. That happened while I was sleeping on your guys' couch.
I get you. Other than that, I've been playing a lot of Power Wash Simulator. Power Wash Simulator had a new DLC come out that is themed around my favorite movies, so I played that.
Spider-Man?
Back to the Future. Which those were a lot of fun. And then I've been just kind of going back around because they added some more stuff, and I've been just doing a lot of that because I played Power Wash back in the old days.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Well,
Oh, that's so pretty.
we went through a lot of them together.
I mean, we did like the first good handful together
Yeah.
back in the old days.
Yeah. So,
But otherwise, I'm playing a lot of mobile games. I've gotten really into Fruit Ninja.
that sounds like a. I feel like I've played that one before.
Oh yeah, Jetpack Joyride,
Man, that one too. Huh.
Egg Inc.
Man,
and
that one.
Tap Titans 2. Oh, and Idol Slayer. Playing that one quite a bit lately.
Tap Titans 2. Now there's one I haven't heard in literal years.
Oh, don't worry, the community's still thriving. Yeah, no, yeah, I left our guild forever ago.
Okay, so I'm guessing the guild is dead.
Oh, well, for sure, bro.
Okay.
I was the only thing keeping it alive for centuries.
Okay. I
I'm
was
not saying-
wondering. I was like,
Because I plateaued in that game really hard at like 10,000, I want to say.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, why am I plateauing so hard? So I was looking into like the fine-tuned stuff, and like it was like, oh, you need to do like the guild raids, and I'm like, oh, I can't do this. I don't have a guild. So then I was like, well, I'm going to leave my guild to join a guild, and those people are like in like the 100,000s, and I'm like, God, fuck. I'm like maybe like 15,000 now, but I'm still like so far behind.
Yeah, well, they've probably been, like, they might not have been, like, optimizing, but they've probably been playing.
Oh, yeah, like, the fine-tuning in that game is so specific that, like, it hurts my head to think about for long periods of time.
It's okay. It reminds me of Brave Frontier.
Yeah, that too.
That one's fine-tuning. Oh my god, bro.
But to be fair, I had no clue what I was doing, and I was typically right up there with our try-hard fun. So I mean,
It's okay. I was just doing the basic stuff, and I surpassed him.
Why are you whispering, Spider-Man?
I mean, for me it was funny because like the one character had like my name, and I was like, haha, this is my guy, and he was like the worst one.
Yeah.
And like he would judge me so hard, and then finally I went hard, not hard, but I went hard, you know. I just kind of fumbled through, and I was like, all right, good draws.
Yeah. Well, it's a gacha game, so.
It was a lot of luck.
He had horrible luck, actually. Just he spent so much money in that game. I just like, wow, bro. I got my dad into that game. My dad was pretty hard. He didn't like spend money or anything.
Yeah.
But, he joined late enough that
most everything was open all the time.
Yeah, most everything's open all the time, and which kind of makes me sad. And you know, the extra XP events were always going on, and you could draw 7 stars out of the damn pool, and you're just like, oh, that's cool.
It took me like days of work, but it's fine.
Yeah, I remember when the 7 stars first came out, and they were hard as heck to get.
But so the other one I'm playing is Idol Slayer. It's one of those like idle games.
I've been playing.
They took my box.
What happened to your box?
It's gone.
took
It
my
is
box.
still there. 'Cause I can still hear the chirping.
Ooh, new box!
Yeah.
I traded boxes.
Yeah, I've been playing Super Sale.
Goodbye, my love.
Fun. Anyways, it's a fun little one. It's a fun little weird game. Oh well though.
Yeah. Like I was saying, I'm playing a lot of like Fruit Ninja and Jet by Riot, the company that like developed those games. They obviously, when mobile games got very popular, all the mobile games did this thing where Ad Central and Money Central.
Yeah.
And they were definitely a part of that. Like all their games, were like, oh yeah, pay like $5 to get this thing that used to just take like an hour of game play,
Yeah.
or this or that. And then they're like, man, a company, people don't like us because we're always asking for money. And so we're like, we're just gonna like relaunch all of our games, and it's just gonna be the old classic games the way they were. And that's been a vibe.
Okay. I was like, I don't remember them getting updates quite regularly.
No, they're always getting updates. They're always new stuff, dumb stuff to do.
Okay.
But like most mobile games, after a certain period, you just plateau.
Yeah, and then you plateau because they didn't want people to get past a certain point. And then once you reach that
Well, yeah, and then
point-
once you get past that point, then you need to pay money to get beyond that point, and then you've got a few days, if not just a few hours, until you plateau again, and then you gotta keep doing it.
Yeah.
And that's the way about mobile games. That's why that's why I went back to them, because everything's now just behind the normal game walls, you know, which is great. I don't have to pay money for the things that I want to play.
Yeah, that's one of my major turnoffs for a lot of games is, well, you need money to get past a certain point. And you know what? I understand, like, on events, right? paying money to get past certain points in events. I wish like it.
Hunters have taken over this abandoned army supply base and turned it into a
The
Are there bird drones? Why didn't they just pick an aviary?
I always try to do these stealthily.
yeah, me too. I never tried to do them like this.
Stop that from
Why would I do that?
I don't know, maybe there's a trophy involved.
You can tether your web
I'm sorry.
station to a power
It's not worth it.
You'll overcharge
No, I'm just saying, I really love that one trophy.
Be sure to hook the
Do
charger.
you not have it?
No, remember I told you last time we hung out? I never got that trophy.
Oh.
See, I don't look at achievements until I've beaten the game.
That's how it happened. I went through the whole game and I was like, man, I did great. I did everything, all the side stuff. I was like, man, I probably have every single achievement. And it's like, do this thing so many times. I was like, fuck. And then I texted Chris and I was like, hey, just so you know, make sure you do this because there's no New Game Plus right now.
Ooh, the superior with the charge.
No. Yeah, so a lot of my time is mobile games lately and work. I would love to say like this, like next week I'll be editing a ton and like focused on it, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not. Only because my boss is going on vacation. He'll be gone, so I'll have to work actually for him.
Damn, that sucks, bro.
That does suck. But also like I have it lots of 2 weeks. It'll be fine, I can work.
Don't allow you to.
I mean, I haven't had like the time
I'm
off.
tired of seeing
like,
you lasers.
focus.
Oh, I hate that.
I was like dying.
I
so
watched
like,
you eat that.
I kept calling out sick, which sucked. But now that I'm actually feeling a ton better and hopefully getting answers, it'll be cool to actually get back to work.
The snapback, goddammit.
So
Hit that guy so hard he flew through a wall.
fucking hell, I lost my train of thought.
But I'm only one spider. The grade of Miles just came out of nowhere at that exact moment.
Oh. So obviously it's been a while since we've done a comic book oriented thing. Chris, what you reading right now?
Huh?
What kind of comic book are you reading?
Comic books in my reading.
Yeah.
I just got done reading Miles, the beginning parts of Miles, and Invincible, all of Invincible.
Okay.
They were both pretty good. I liked the interesting take on another variation of Spider-Man. And one of my favorite things to do is to compare two things I like. So comparing the version of Spider-Man, Miles, as in Miles Morales in this game, Miles Morales in Spider-Verse, Miles Morales in the original comics. Those were always a good time.
Yeah, sure. What about you, Daniel? What kind of comic books are you reading right now?
Non-American
Damn. We haven't branched off that far yet, so we'll come back to that later.
Oh, okay.
Why are you so far away?
So, I mean, I'll go through this
You were
time
the last one.
say
Come here.
comics I've been reading. I caught up on Nightwing.
Rip it.
That base data you
Loved that story.
Maybe it's got some
I'm not sure if I'm going to continue reading it as it comes out, because it's actively coming out now, and I've caught up to that.
Okay.
I read all of Kick-Ass, and then
Kick-Ass has comic books.
it was originally a comic book.
I didn't know that.
Wait, what?
Kick-Ass.
Yeah,
I read
yeah,
all
it
that.
was a comic book.
And then technically there's like a sequel series that's like technically a sequel, but it's not like they're connected but not connected, if that makes sense. And the character from Kick-Ass, his whole concept is that he's a normal human being, teenager, who has no powers. And the world's a shitty place, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to become a vigilante and, you know, do all good hero shit. And the thing about the world is that it's not a good place, and really fucked up, and the series really focuses on the fucked up part of it. And eventually, the sequel series comic ends up with him becoming an actual superhero, which I think is actually kind of a cool, fitting ending for the character.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend it to people who are like, if you've definitely seen the movie or you're interested in the characters, whatever. Definitely check it out. It's a short read in comparison to like Invincible or The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, I just sat down and just powered through all of Invincible at once. And let me tell you, that was entirely 110% worth it. Invincible is arguably one of my more favorite superhero things.
I get you. I enjoyed Invincible overall. Like, I mean, I've talked about it before. Like, my biggest issue is like, I did the same thing that you did, and I just read it like in a binge. I did not like give my brain time to stop ever, and I just felt like the pacing of the comic just felt like there's never a good moment. You know, it's always this like bad thing followed by bad thing.
I started watching some more reviews and rants on that, and you are not the only one that has that opinion.
And I mean, I think it's like understandable because like I said, I read it like that. But at the same time, like there's a part of me that wishes I had read it as it came out. The thing about comic books, if you guys aren't really big into comic books, they come out
They come out?
monthly. And so,
Okay, I didn't hear the monthly.
Yeah,
I just
sorry,
heard
maybe
they
I
come
just
out.
said-
I'm like, they're not all.
no, and
coming out.
so yeah, it's not every issue's not available day one. Obviously, it's not like you only have a week between like you do with, like a TV show. No, it is a month between issues, and so that like 15-minute read in comparison takes a month in between, right? So there's a lot more downtime outside of that. So I guess if maybe I try to read comic books that way, I wouldn't feel like the story's rushed. I guess if that makes sense. But to be fair, there's another story that I read recently that I actually read as it came out, and you know of this one, Chris, but I don't think you've ever finished. Dark Knights of Steel. I read that one, and that one was delayed so many times before it finished that by the time I finished reading it, I hated it.
Marco must have felt so helpless, trapped, with no
And
idea
don't be
where
wrong,
his daughter
the
was.
story of Dark Knight of Steel is not inherently bad, but I feel like it was so cheaply done and honestly not worth the read.
I loved the concept, loved everything until I saw who apparently the main bad was supposed to be, and after that I was like, yeah, I don't really care for it.
Like, I don't know if we'll ever get around to discussing it more in depth or you finishing that comic, but I will tell you, the main bad guy is the fucking Martians.
Yeah, no.
And nothing against like Martian Manhunt or anything like that. Just it felt like such a like, haha, we're just gonna throw this in here and do it. It didn't feel like it felt attached to the story in any way.
The symbiote.
Because when you start the series, you know, it's like, oh yeah, you have Superman's parents who came down from, you know, space, and now they became royalty in this world, and that was fun. The magic side of it was fun, but then the Martians just being the bad guys felt weird.
Yeah, you already told me about that.
I wasn't sure if I had. I wasn't sure if I had, but I definitely feel like it would have been fun
well,
to
I meant
miss.
Martians. You didn't tell me your opinion. You were like, I think it's gonna be the Martians.
Oh yeah, there was like one specific moment where I assumed it was going to be the Martians when I read it when it was coming out, because two characters existed at the same time, or two versions of one character, I should say rather, and a thing happens that this character does and doesn't do at the same time. So I was like, there's obviously some shape-shifting bullshit. I was like, how much want to bet it's going to be the Martians?
Got him.
And I think it could have been fun, but I don't know. I loved the concept of the kind of bad parents that Superman's parents were in this world. Because they're like, yeah, you know what? We're going to come and just take over your planet. This is our place now. We're royalty, fuck you. Oh, you're magic or something we don't trust. In the fucking prison to you.
Go to Brazil.
And so, yeah, like literally anytime like anyone like had any magic power, Batman was like, "Fuck you in my dungeon."
It's funny that it's Batman.
Yeah,
Makes
and
sense.
so it was just, it was a lot of fun, and I loved that concept, and I would have loved to just explore that more, and just have like a more, I guess I almost want to say down to earth version of a bad guy for that storyline. But it's not what we got.
Pun intended.
The art was great. That's definitely a highlight of that story. I wish I knew the name of the artist, but that was some of the best art that I've seen in a while. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, the current artist on The Night We Were Wrong is also amazing.
I like the artist for Invincible.
Oh yeah.
I really like that art style. It kind of stands alone. And the show is good, but I like the way the comics do it better. Especially his earlier stuff. Not necessarily the storyline for the earlier stuff, but like
The art. And like, I mean, I definitely, I understand what you're doing. And I remember reading it, and I definitely enjoyed it as well. But, and I'd say like, it was definitely consistent as it went on. You can definitely tell that like the first 20 issues, I want to say, were definitely
Streets are just a little
older
bit
than the
safer
rest.
now.
Because the art style shifts very slightly in those early days.
very quickly too.
And I feel like it was the same way with The Walking Dead at the time. Like the early Walking Dead had a very different art style than The Walking Dead, but it was very quick to change.
I don't.
Have you
I
guys
would-
ever read One Punch Man?
No.
So the comics, the official comics, there is a webcomic and the official comics, right? The webcomics were drawn by the person who wrote the storyline,
Yeah.
and it is very, very crappy. Like, super, super bad. It's hilariously bad.
Yeah, One Punch Man, he's the Satima, he's the one who does like 10-kilometer run, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups guy, right?
Yeah.
Nah, cool. Okay.
He did it every day for 3 years and then became invincible. He also became bald.
Too much power.
Yeah.
But what were you going to say about The Walking Dead, Chris?
If I was gonna say anything, it was gonna be that I haven't read it.
Okay, I get you. It's not bad. I read through probably about the same amount of time it took me to read Invincible. The biggest problem I had with The Walking Dead, honestly, the comic, was the ending. I will say I like the ending of the comic better than I liked the show's ending. But
Has the show fucking ended yet?
technically,
Technically.
like, The Walking Dead is done. Fear the Walking Dead and the other side shows and stuff like that, those still exist. But the main show has wrapped up.
Yeah.
And a lot of those other characters are going off and doing spin-off shows currently. Like, there's like The Walking Dead presents like Dead City. And it's New York City.
What
and
about
two
the
characters.
ones where the main character? What about the characters who died? Did they get their own stuff?
No, they're dead.
The Walking Dead Destinies, you're welcome.
When I first heard about the game and I saw the company that was developing that game, I knew it was not going to be good. Because
It's beautiful. Have you seen gameplay?
I have seen gameplay itself.
It's beautiful. It is
If
what
you
I want
like
my
a
games to
dumpster,
be.
if you want a dumpster fire, yeah, it's great.
Good job.
I'm not getting slow. You're just not looking at me enough.
Let's see. I read The Walking Dead really fast. The comic, it honestly wasn't a bad ending, but it wasn't my favorite ending.
I'm trying to find that last Sandman crystal. Apparently that's the last one that we haven't found yet.
No, it might be tied behind story. Yeah, sometimes you have to get to a certain point.
I
in
need to
story
find
process.
the
The
one
spot, I get
and
you.
then the Tide story.
I get you now. Sorry,
No, that's fine.
but yeah, like, I haven't been reading a lot lately. I've been living barely. I've watched a lot of movies though. I think I went through like at least 1 or 2 movies a day there for like a solid week.
Was it new movies or older movies?
whatever popped
So-
up first.
I
Whenever
should've
I
said-
watch movies, I'm not actually very picky. I will go in, and sometimes if I have like separate lists of movies I own, movies I have available for streaming, stuff like that. Sometimes I'll just go in, I'll spin the wheel once, and then I will just watch whatever that is. Sometimes I'll go in and I'll go into a streaming service and I'll just scroll around for like 5 minutes, and I'll pick one that looked the best at the time.
Okay.
Or sometimes I go from like TikTok. I get a lot of movie recommendations on TikTok.
That's where I got The Upside and
Yep.
The Social Network, and those two were fun movies to watch.
The Social Network I have seen, and I didn't like it a whole lot. The acting in it I did enjoy, but the overall like plot and like movie I did not care for. But
If you take off the fact that it actually has like labels to the real world, I would.
like I said, there are some movies I watched that I watched The Upside and I enjoyed that thoroughly. I thought Kevin Hart did an amazing job with the character he was playing.
The Upside was fun.
And yeah, there was definitely fun moments, and there was even moments where like it was very heartfelt and touching. I was surprised that it was like a true story. I didn't know it was based on a true story until after the movie.
Oh, it's based off a true story.
Yes, it says that right
How did you guys survive that?
there. I think they just kept going.
They just ran over someone. You're not
Uh-huh.
supposed to do that.
Like, I rewatched Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights.
After we were talking about it?
Yeah, after we talked about it, because I was talking about it with my fiance as well, and she was like, "I've never heard of this movie,"
Don't worry.
and I was
Get to an
like,
ambulance in no time.
"Yeah, I had it on VHS, and like I watched it like every night for a while as a kid, and it feels like a fever dream." And she was like, "Haha, funny." And then I was sitting there and I was going through Hulu just trying to find something to watch, and then one of the movies that had been added that day was that movie, and so I sat down and I watched it again for the first time in like 20 years, and holy fuck, I was right about it being a fever dream.
Was it a good fever dream?
No,
No.
no, it's an Adam Sandler movie, and the thing about it being
Now
animated,
you're in much better hands.
they felt like it was more fun to do a lot of those like weird raunchy jokes. Like there's a scene where the character Whitey, the guy who does the "it's a technical foul," he is shoved into a porta potty. The porta potty is shoved down a hill because it's the middle of Christmas, and the porta potty it's just full of shit, and he ends up getting covered in shit. Adam Sandler comes up, his character, and then freezes him into a popsicle, and a whole bunch of deer just come over and just lick the popsicle until it melts.
I've never used this suit before, but like the glider.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a very nice detail.
I talked to you about this.
You know, I think we talked about it actually probably last time we were recording.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a good movie. But I rewatched that. One of my favorite.
What are you talking about? Adam Sandler movies are only good, not bad.
Some of them are good. I won't disagree with that. Some of them are better than others. That's for sure. But
I wish I could disagree, but I can't.
like one of my favorite directors, Edgar Wright. I love watching a lot of his movies, and so sometimes I'll rewatch those quite frequently. For those of you who don't know who Edgar Wright is or haven't taken the time to look him up, he's like most known for Baby Driver, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, At the World's End. And I want to say he did Paul too, but I might be wrong. But he might not have done Paul. But just I love his movies. Like I have probably rewatched Baby Driver probably 4 times. And for me to rewatch movies twice, I don't really like rewatching movies that. But I love that movie. I love the cinematography, the way the writing's done, just great.
I'm tired of these dogs.
Oh, dogs are the worst in this game.
These dogs really make me start my Venom arc.
But yeah, I rewatched a lot of those recently. I didn't get around to rewatching At World's End, but I did rewatch Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. I love
Today's
those two.
lesson is never send a robot to do a hunter's job. Though I think
Oh, that was smooth. That was so goddamn smooth. That was cool. I know you're talking about your Shaun of the Game, whatever, but like, I heard that with these new microphones.
Yeah, I would hope you heard it.
I was trying to spawn. I was trying to like
Spawn
endorse the new
camp?
setup, bro.
Okay.
Spawn camp.
I'm trying to spawn camp. Goddamn.
You were playing that new Call of Duty?
Oh my god. Don't fucking get me started. I've been nice in a peaceful little noodle, but if you get me started on that new Call of Duty, this video is gonna be another 30 minutes long. It's gonna be me ranting.
Okay, can I ask like just like a blanket opinion? Are you a fan of it? Are you not?
I am not a fan of it.
Awesome. Because I am not.
I haven't even played it.
And don't be wrong, I have not really been a fan of the Call of Duty franchise since Black Ops 2.
Yo, this dog Jay chilling. What's up, bro?
And that's like not the series' fault. I'm not a big multiplayer fan. And that is a lot of what Call of Duty's become, is a lot of that focus on the multiplayer gameplay and people loving that. Don't get me wrong, the zombies still has a really large fan base, but I don't know with how frequently they come out if it's worth getting half the time. Which I don't.
Alright, you ready for this? Go for it. Call of Duty Black Ops... I'm sorry. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is the shittiest Call of Duty game that I've ever played. I have played all of the Call of Duties. Like, I have played World at War. I played the one that was... I'm pretty sure there was another one that wasn't World at War, but that was pretty close to World at War. I've played Call of Duty games. I've played games that aren't even Call of Duty. I've played that one. Not much of that one, but I have played that one. But what I grew up on was I grew up playing Modern Warfare 3. I didn't have Wi-Fi, so I would only play Modern Warfare 3 campaign. I would also play the Spec Ops. Spec Ops was amazing, which for some reason they decided to get rid of. Well,
So actually, can I ask this real quick?
Sure.
It's just like a common question. Is this supposed to be a remake of the original Modern Warfare 3?
When you look it up, by definition, it is supposed to be a remake. By definition, it is supposed to be like a remaster.
Okay.
But for some
Because
fucking
I've been
reason-
very confused about that with the more recent Modern Warfare titles, because some of them have been a new game, just with the same name, and some of them have been a complete remaster. So, okay.
It's supposed to be categorized as a remaster for some fucking reason, because I had the whole conversation at work with someone else, or my former job. But anyways, so Modern Warfare 3, very compelling campaign, character, everything that's supposed to happen in there was good, everything that was there. My microphone's making weird noises. Makes sort of pop. I mean popcorn pop. But basically, I hate the game, has a shit campaign, has a shit zombies. I've been playing zombies since I was just as little, big enough to play the other games too. And all of the newest game is bad, and it's just a reskin of Modern Warfare 2, the newest one, with an $80 price tag. And now, don't get me wrong, I don't care necessarily for the new Call of Duties. They're fine. I will play them. I bought skins off of them. They keep having boys crossovers, like the show The Boys, and that's great. I rock the Homelander skin. So much fun. Think about getting the Nicki Minaj for fun, because it'd be stupid fun. But nonetheless, I am more than willing and more than okay with playing a Call of Duty game. Just that one is disgusting, and I hate it with every fiber of my being. I'm trying not to go too far into ranting, but
Most of my curiosity is there's a coworker I work with who super excited about the game coming out, wouldn't shut the fuck up about it, and was like trying to get me to buy the game to play with him. And
there's nothing good about it.
I like looked it up because I was like, all right, so what? Like, I looked up enough about it. And I was like, okay. From what I've heard, no one is happy with it.
They only had like 18 months to make a game, as far as I'm aware.
And so I was like, well, I don't think this is the one I'm going to come back on. I'm going to come back to Call of Duty. And I just got tired of hearing and talk about it. So I don't even want to play it.
Those cars aren't supposed to be like that.
No, that's how cars work.
Alright. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, actually, little known fact, cars face through each other. It's how we stop car accidents now.
Why don't we just do that? if
know
they
what?
phase through each other,
Because
then
the
they
people
can't
don't.
crash. Well, then Flash can do it. We can do it.
Except we explode when we do it. So here's the thing: we still get injured in car crashes because we stop the cars from taking. So if you take all the people out of the vehicles, they'll just face each other.
This episode has just been me killing everything and everyone.
Yeah, no, there's been a lot of just random discussion and you beating the shit out of everything, which is cool.
Random acts of violence everywhere on everything.
No, it's been a decent warm up to actually focusing on the game and discussing things because we haven't really all those already have hung out a whole lot outside of this in recent times.
Let's not change that. Got him.
It's okay, Chris. It could change permanently. We could hang out all the time.
I know I joke about not having friends, but I thought I had friends.
Don't worry, Anthony. You have me.
Time to snoop for some.
I thought I had useful friends.
What of this little bird?
How am I not useful?
He said you had me, Anthony, and I was making a joke implying that you would say that. And
I follow it now. I follow it now.
Looks like a
I normally do these stealthily, but like,
Be a shame if some
I don't know, I'm kind of just,
In the
He
zone.
doesn't want to spend the time.
I'm a super soldier, bro.
I'm sorry, that probably did not sound right. I said it too loud.
How long have we been recording for?
About 50 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
So we've barely been recording.
Yeah, it's only 5 minutes. The longest 5 minutes.
Oh, I hate Iron Spider's suit so much.
I love that it's the traditional one and not the movie one.
Yeah, I like that too.
I hate the movie one.
The movie one.
The one where it's just a suit but iron. I mean, sorry, but metallic or whatever.
It's just a suit, but iron.
I mean, yeah,
Nano
kind of.
machine. Well, there is a suit that's just iron, and then there's also the 2017, which is actually just that suit. Basically, it has a green highlight and green tint to it, but it's more or less that suit with all the
Yeah, my favorite is the classic Silver War Iron Spider suit. It's why I have figures of it. It is my favorite because at a young age I didn't know how shitty the Civil War stuff was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I said, my introduction to that suit was a Spider-Man encyclopedia that I really should have bought when I was younger because I read it so much, but I didn't. I just kept borrowing it from the library. And
I feel that.
I would check it out like once a month, if not several times a month. And I would just read that thing all the time. And so I knew the entire history of Spider-Man at the time, but at the time of reading that, Civil War wasn't done. And so I was like, bro, this guy a new suit. And it was a dope suit. I thought it was super drippy. And I liked the fact that it did the thing that Venom could do in this, where it could transform into other suits. It was nanotech, and it could look like his classic suit, or it looked like nothing. And that was pretty cool. Don't forget the parry.
I don't even remember how to parry.
L1.
That's cool.
Oh, they're gone?
Time to see what they've
Thought
got
I had
cooking.
some more.
But
No, you just punted them off the
Time to
building.
dig
So.
deep.
Oops. My bad.
so
My
Have you-
introduction. Oh, sorry.
oh no, go for it.
I was just gonna say my introduction to like the Iron Spider in comics was when the 2017, when there's the rivalry between Tony Stark and Peter, but Tony doesn't know it's Peter, so it's Spider-Man. So it's Spider-Man, Tony Stark. There is an enemy that has the power of once he takes a like superhero and stores them in like a cryo chamber, he gets their abilities.
Oh yeah.
So basically, Spider-Man and Iron Man are trying to rock that guy's snot, and what happens is they both get screwed over because, yeah. But who comes in clutch?
According to the
MJ, wearing the Iron Spider suit. So like, that was fire. At least I think it was that. I'm pretty sure it was the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
My
I-
introduction to the Civil War arc was the Ultimate Alliance, Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 2.
Oh yeah, I remember that game. 3's ass. I'm really sad.
Oh,
about it.
3 is so bad. I was very disappointed with 3.
I remember when I bought my Switch, I was like, I can't wait to play it, and I played like maybe an hour, and I was like, this just sucks.
It's not even as good as 2, and 2 was a downgrade from 1, honestly.
But
And then they brought in the ISOs into that, and I was like, no, seriously?
so one of the things we have not talked about recently on the podcast here, Ultimate Spider-Man's coming back.
What is?
Ultimate Spider-Man. Technically, the Ultimate Universe is coming back, but we've gotten more and more information as the months have gone on since we started the series. And originally, back in like, I want to say like 2011-ish, maybe like 2013, 2014 even, Ultimate Universe, fuck it, was towards its end. A lot of final events happened, a lot of characters died.
The
And-
universe ended.
And then later, the universe was completely
Oh,
destroyed.
okay. Sorry about the after one.
No, I hadn't gotten that far yet. Because one of the things that kind of kept the Ultimate Universe going for quite a while after that was the original origin of Miles Morales. But when Miles came over to the 616 universe, it wasn't until a little bit later that the Ultimate Universe was finally let go. And with that, all those characters have been gone. But we recently found out that, haha, just kidding, the asshole Reed Richards is still alive. Reed Richards is Mr. Fantastic, and he has existed in the 616 for a while, and knew how to bring back the Ultimate Universe this entire time. And so he was like, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it my own vision. Where he's the hero, even though he's definitely the worst possible hero you could ever have. And so...
What are you talking about? Reed Richards did nothing wrong.
that one did, trust me,
I know.
murdered a lot of children.
Anthony, Reed Richards is not my favorite.
Don't get me
Let's
wrong.
just say that.
Main continuity Reed Richards is fine, sometimes, but he's like to the point of sociopath that it's not cool. But yeah, the moral of the story is Reed Richards starts doing bullshit with resetting the Ultimate Universe, and I don't remember exactly how it ended, but there was something called Ultimate Fallout, which was an event in the 616 universe, which is the main continuity that has re-sparked the Ultimate Universe. But it's not the same one, but it is. It's really complicated, and hopefully as time progresses more, things will be ironed out more. But to my understanding, it is the same Ultimate Universe number, but instead they are now separated by an A and a B. So instead of like 616, it's like 6114 or whatever. I don't know the exact universe number, so don't quote me. It's
How
like
do you not know
6114A.
those? How do you not know them?
Because for me, I've always just kept it by like their tagline name. So it's like Amazing Spider-Man has always been Amazing Spider-Man, or All the Spider-Man's Ultimate. I didn't really care too much.
I was just being a jerk.
I know, but I was just like making a parent put in the air about it.
Oh, I almost hit 200. Sad face.
That was really close. But no big league.
No!
So we've gotten some cover art and some minor information about the new Ultimate Spider-Man story that's about to kick off. And I am excited, and I'm trying to not get too excited. Because in the new Ultimate Spider-Man storyline, we have full-blown adult dad Peter Parker. And you'd be like, well, what do you mean dad? No, this man got a beard and 2 kids.
What?
And he's with fucking MJ. Oh! And it looks great. I have loved the cover arts that we've seen so far. The Green
I'm
Goblin
interested
I've
in
seen, I'm a little curious about because it reminds me a lot of like MCU Iron Man suit almost. But like, I'm down to see how it goes. I don't mind a like more technological Green Goblin than I'm a dude in a gimp suit, you know, or whatever.
I'm in a gimp suit.
I like that portrayal that you just put in my mind.
I'm a dude in a gimp suit.
Yeah. Or even like the original Ultimate Spider-Man, Green Goblin, which is just a fucking dinosaur.
Oh.
Seriously.
Love them, they're great. I love. There are definitely iterations of the Green Goblin that are a lot of fun and exciting, and some of them that I don't. But so I'm definitely down to check it out. I'm excited for the storyline because it looks great. I'm excited. The art looks amazing so far. And I don't know what it is about Peter Parker with a beard, but I'm down for it.
Looks like Paul.
Not care for traffic laws. Punch it. Spider-Man's after us.
I mean, kind of. I won't like disagree. Like the art is definitely different, but I definitely can say, yeah, you got basic white man with beard.
They also have the same hair color.
And,
That does not help either.
Yeah. But you want to know something different about them?
damage you just caused?
One of them's actually Spider-Man.
I thought you were gonna say one of them's well written. I'm like, not 616. I have not thought about Paul in a while. I also haven't caught up on that storyline recently.
Is that the one that I'm thinking of where I don't like it?
Those kids are fucking dead, yeah.
Those kids never fucking existed.
No, technically they did, but not, you know.
They did, but not actually.
Like, same thing, like, some of the stuff, like, comics, it's very convoluted. And one of the things is, like, actually, this actually makes perfect sense with, like, with you, Chris, because in your D&D campaign, and the illusion magic, like, if you believe it's real, I mean, it could be, like, completely real.
Well, that's just how illusionary magic works. How illusionary magic works is it's not real, but it's real because you believe it's real. And if you believe it's real, then it is real, but it's not real, even though it is real.
Mm-hmm. And so, like, that's how, like, a lot of these powers work. Like, with Wanda and her kids, like, they aren't real. They don't fucking exist. But she, like, conjured them into
Ooh,
existence.
that
and
was-
sorry.
You're fine. Just
I did try to
bar.
combo it. But, yeah, like, those kids didn't fucking exist, but she made them exist with, like, her own thoughts and feelings. So it's weird, convoluted, illusionary magic. But I don't know what to say about fucking Paul, so.
I would say no. I would not fuck you, Paul.
Yeah, Paul, go the fuck away from me, please.
Paul Rudd's cool, though.
That man deserves that.
So
This
I
is
know you
the-
guys don't really follow like movie news, but the actor strike's over. We can finally say that because that was the thing we haven't talked about since it happened. But yeah, the
Wait,
actor and
it's-
writer strike is completely over.
Oh my, did they
Uh,
get anything out of it, or no?
I haven't read the entire thing, but most people are happy it's over, and the movies are back on track. A lot of them have been like super far delayed, but they're back on track.
We won't get the next Spider-Man movie until 2028.
Don't get me started on that one.
Oh wait, what?
The rumor mill for that one is churning real hard right now.
What?
For Spider-Man movies.
Are you talking about like live action or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You think they're gonna come back with an Andrew?
What I can tell you is at least like at this point in time, current as of the date of recording, November 30th, 2023. I'm dating this video. The rumor mill exists of Madam Web and Kraven Hunter are coming out from Sony. Sony has had a separate universe of Spider-Man characters without Spider-Man. Madam Web supposedly has a Ben and May Parker in this movie. And
Oh, I don't think
the-
that's supposed. That was in the trailer, wasn't it?
they are unnamed right now. So I don't like I said, I'm not gonna get into too many details.
You can't
But-
take comfort from that.
Pretty much from what I've understood, the plot is you have the main bad guy of the movie chasing down these girls to stop them from preventing him from killing Peter Parker.
The abandoned school.
And
Past the cool
I don't
preservation
know
test.
too much about it, but they are trying to find a way to interweave the web of all their separated
Better get to the
characters
base quick. Mr. Parker
in
is
their
still
Sony
alive.
universe, which is Kraven, Madam Web, Morbius, Venom, and Carnage. Well, Carnage is dead, but they're trying to way to weave all those characters together,
First day at Hunter High?
along with I think Black Cat, because I think that's a movie they're still doing,
Are you
and tie in
workshopping that
to a Spider-Man.
You signed up for this.
Now, the thing is that Spider-Man
Like the info we pulled from the blinds
is
was right.
probably, as of right now, the rumor mill of being Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Ew.
And with that, they're trying to find a way to connect completely with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Oh shit. Did the computer die?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, it just dimmed, sorry. Monitor just went to sleep, I guess.
Well, it's because
This has been a long episode.
yeah. It's
But-
only set to an hour, by the way. Before the screen dims.
I get you. But yeah, so they're trying to find a way to connect it so that they can have Spider-Man, and
Find the
I
server panel and take
don't
out
want
those
that.
guards.
Because, don't be wrong, I understand they didn't have very many options when they were like,
That's all the hunters in here.
hey, yo,
There are
Marvel,
still more in
you
the
know,
base.
Marvel wants our Spider-Man back, Sony give us, we'll pay you money. And they're like, I mean, yeah, we'll do it. But with that, then they decided to keep doing their own thing.
Yeah.
2 more turrets
It
left.
didn't work very well in my opinion. Morbius was really not great. Venom itself was not great. Don't be wrong, I liked it overall, the first one. I liked the second way less.
Why do you keep bouncing back and forth, bud? Just gonna try
Probably
to
because
get...
they're somewhere close by.
Plenty of web to go around.
Well, I tried. Guess I
But-
can't be a nice guy anymore.
And so yeah, like I don't have high hopes for Madam Web. From what I've seen in the trailer, I don't like what they've done
Oh,
to
whatever, I don't care.
Ezekiel Sims. I don't know if you recognize him from the comics. Ezekiel Sims.
Ezekiel sounds very familiar.
We'll go into more detail about that later, I guess. But they gave him like a full-on spider suit. And that's not what he has in the comics. He's like always in like a white shirt and like pants and like no shoes ever. And it's weird. I understand that they gave him a Spider-Man suit, one because it's a Spider-Man movie, and two because yeah, you can definitely sell the figure of Spider-Man probably more than you'll be able to sell the figure of a Doom. You know.
Wearing no shoes.
Yeah, so, I mean, I understand you gotta sell those kid toys, but still, I mean, like, my hopes aren't very high on this one, and the fact that Kraven has powers from a tiger bite doesn't give me high hopes either, so.
What?
We'll watch the trailer for Kraven right after this episode finishes up. It doesn't look good. The visuals look great, but it does not look good.
I'm not doing too wrong. Almost get a score of 200 and now I'm just falling apart.
But
It's score of 0 now.
other than that, another movie that's coming out that I'm kind of on the fence about is Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
What?
They still make those?
So Ghostbusters timeline here for nerd people. You have the original 2 Ghostbusters back in, I want to say, the 80s, and then you have,
There
I
was
think,
3,
2.
I thought.
No.
There's only
Then
2?
you have like 2 TV shows. Yeah, there's only 2.
Oh.
And then you have a couple video games that exist. You have a couple more TV shows, and then you have Ghostbusters 2016, the total female cast. And then from there, that one didn't do very hot. The reception was not done well,
Reinforcements button.
and so they redid it again with Ghostbusters Afterlife,
And
which
yes.
is a true successor to Ghostbusters 2.
Yes.
To the point where the original Ghostbusters cast did make reappearances in this movie. And that one I did watch. I did not watch 2016's. I don't really have an input on that one.
The 2016 one wasn't that great. It was kind of boring, and it was very
Let me
much.
do the webline thing.
You do, or
Probably because you're not stealth.
no, you do the triangle.
I know how to push it, it's just not... There we go, now it's reading the front.
But yes, I did not watch 2016. But I did watch Afterlife, and it was okay. I mean, I wasn't my favorite, but I'm also like a huge oh, Ghostbusters. I'm not a huge fan, so I'm not like upset. And so Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is supposed to be a sequel to Afterlife.
Okay.
It looks kind of neat. I mean, it's a cool concept so far. I mean, New York completely frozen and ice.
Hey.
Pretty cool.
That's cool.
So, I don't know. I hope it'll be good. But like, so my hopes aren't like, ooh, it's gonna be the best Ghostbusters movie since 2017. I don't know.
2017, there's only been another movie.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. The populace is not super happy with a few movies coming out right now, anyways. Most notably, Mean Girls. And
Wait, Mean
Wonka.
Girls movie?
Yeah, they're making another Mean Girls movie. Technically, if you want to call it a movie. So, yeah, they're doing another Mean Girls movie. It's gonna follow like the original plot, but the thing they refuse to say on any of the promotional material is it's a fucking musical. It is based on the Broadway musical, and it is a complete musical movie. But on any of the promotional movie, any of the trailers, they exclude that information because for whatever reason, they think if they say it's gonna be musical, it would sell less tickets. And you know what? Another movie that's also doing that, Wonka, which is already very on the fence about because the actor playing Willy Wonka is Timothy Chalamet, and a lot of people were not happy with that casting.
Who's Tony Chalamet?
Timothy Chalamet, he is best known for his work in the Dune remake with Zendaya. He's also known for a couple other movies like Call Me by Your Name, Beautiful
Nas?
Boy. No.
Oh, I don't know.
He's got a few other movies, but in my opinion, he is generic skinny white boy with shaggy hair.
Is he Wonka or the...
He is Willy Wonka in this movie. But it is also a musical that they refuse to say is a musical. Don't know what's up with that trend, but it's happening.
Why didn't they just put that Willy Wonka to rest? Why don't they just put Willy Wonka to rest, man?
Feel free to spend the skill points, by the way, as well, because you've accumulated quite a few of those.
Only a little bit. Oh, I did.
Yeah, 9.
Good job, past me.
And then once you finish up the skill tree, we'll go and wrap up this episode.
Yeah,
But I agree, Willy Wonka, I don't mind Willy Wonka. I think the concept is cool, but I'm good.
Well, you can still finish that tree. You've got 2
It
more
won't let
skill.
me.
No.
Yes, you've got to get the one before it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's been played out.
Yeah, there's been several movies. We're good. I think we can do something else for a bit.
Well, in the second Willy Wonka wasn't even that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or whatever.
Charlie, yep.
That was supposed to be a sequel, and I didn't like it very much.
I just unlocked all the symbiote abilities. Now we're done. God damn it.
Sorry.
Prison.
I mean, yeah, go and do that crime. Do that crime before I hit the escape button. That doesn't exist because the keyboard's over there and I'm just using the mouse.
And you don't press escape, you press the same button to start recording.
Just give me a mouse click. But yeah, so like, movies right now, a lot of the cool movies that I was excited for have been pushed back.
I destroyed that box. That box
You
was
did.
looking at me
Yeah,
funny.
that box has never been more destroyed.
Like you mentioned at one point, the Across the Spider-Verse sequel is still delayed until further notice.
That's
But
okay. I know that in the end they're going to make a great movie, and that's why I'm not worried. Because it was already going to have to be delayed. See, the problem is they set really high expectations on themselves. Because they said as soon as the movie was released, the next movie would be out. But then you go, there was an interview with the specific woman, probably the one that played Gwen, I can't remember. But she specifically said she hasn't even recorded a single voice line. Meanwhile, all of the second Spider-Verse movie took a couple of, like, a good amount of years. So I just think they were setting super high expectations on themselves, and I'm hoping with this hiatus, or this quote-unquote pending until further notice, I'm hoping this allows them to really sit back and take their time with the movie. I wouldn't care if the movie was going to be released another 2 or 3 years from now, as long as it's a good movie.
I wish games would have the same philosophy, because a lot of games have really, really suffered from the company who owns the game being like, oh, you need it out now.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Actually, I want to make one quick comment before we do wrap up this episode. I do feel terrible that we took so long to actually get this series moving, for one reason and one reason alone. And it's not for the audience. It's because we can no longer get White Cube. He has been
truly a
patched out of the
somber
game.
moment. He had to get patched out like 3 times.
Yeah, it took a lot of tries, but
Do you know what I'm talking about, Daniel?
Oh,
he's gone.
yeah. Your amazing skin that you showed us.
That's fun. Yo, I didn't even push a button.
It's on
But-
auto.
Attention, you know.
I turned that setting
But
where it
thank
auto-
you guys for joining us for this .5 episode, where we have sat here for an hour and almost 20 minutes just bullshit. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.